Hello, hello. Running a couple minutes late today because I got distracted watching someone's Bloodborne stream. Gail, my friend Gamer Nurse Gail, is playing through a blind playthrough of Bloodborne right now. Super fun to watch. But in watching it, I lost track of time and wasn't watching the clock because I was watching Bloodborne. So that's my bad. So I play every Saturday at noon in Horizon, and then every evening I work on a game at a time. Right now I'm also working on Bloodborne, so at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time this evening I'll be playing more Bloodborne. I'm probably going to start a little late today on the gameplay because I'm still getting the stream up, and it's 11:59, so it might be a minute or two late. I'll let people trickle in real quick while I get it set up. I apologize for the tardiness. Thank you for your patience in the meantime. Twitter info, get the link. Every week at noon? Question mark? Typos. Hopefully it won't be too late. I just need a few more seconds, minutes, not seconds, a minute or two. As I will start shortly, we will do Demeter. Alright, only 2 minutes late. Oh wait, one more second. Welcome to Seeker Sardu Day. Sardu Day. I can't type. I'm just reading what I wrote in the chat. That's funny. So yeah, I play every Saturday at noon. Sardu Day at noon in Horizon every week. We did Zero Dawn, and now we're in Forbidden West. About, third of the way through the game. Maybe even 2/5. And I think I've had all the conversations you can have with these people.
Looks like
I'm
you've
just
been
gonna
busy.
double check. But I'm pretty sure it's, yeah,
I should
it's
head
just
out.
time to head west.
I'll go back to my training.
I'm gonna head to the coast now and go find Demeter, because that's what people voted on last time. So do it. It's weird to me, like, this points what would be, you know, it's you're facing south, so it would be east on a map, but it's west. See if I remember Horizon controls or if I try to do Bloodborne controls. The important thing is dodge is the same button. That's all that really matters.
Nice. Well, they definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
There's a tall neck south of here that's been acting twitchy. Something's wrong with it, but I'm not sure what. Might be smart to stay alert if you run into it.
Good to know. Whatever's wrong with that tall neck, if I can override it, it'll give me useful data on the surrounding area. I should check it out.
I'm playing too much Bloodborne.
Shelter. Chance to rest. Check my gear.
Got a long journey to even just get to where we can do the quest in the first place. Although, we can at least get partway there if we, don't want to go this way. Yes. Oh, I forget that you can't do that for free in this game. Where was that shelter? Man, only playing this once a week is not enough to, like, actually remember how it goes. Man, now I wish I had lunch. I was, like, gonna make lunch, and then I just decided to have a protein, little, like Premier protein shake thing. To take my meds with, and now I wish I had eaten a more substantial lunch. But I didn't have time, because I didn't start thinking about it until right before I was going to start playing. So it'll just be that much better when I eat after I'm done playing. Like, the choices are between, I got a Costco hot dog that my roommate who works at Costco brought me last night, which I should eat soon because those don't last very long. Like, it's already going to be a little stale, but it'll be fine. Or I've got Costco chili. Pretty much the options are Costco, Costco, and Costco. These folks are going to aggro that scorcher. Do I help them? Or just watch the carnage? I'm not going to let people die. frustrating thing is once you get brought into it, the enemy focuses on you. I'm choosing to believe it's because Pestis knows who you are, and it's probably given him directions to call Aloy. I love how these melodies weave together very, like, this sounds a lot like Trinity. The way that, you know, it's just that cohesiveness in the themes throughout the game. I didn't want to let it kill you guys. You're welcome. I am humane. Can you believe, like, how that would be so bad if Aloy just, like, let machines kill people? Some hero. But also, it would be really bad if Aloy got herself in a fight that wasn't hers and got killed, and then everyone died. So it's like, stuff's away. Stuff to think about. There's a settlement that sits in the middle of, yeah, it is here. It is up here. I think the rebels have stuff out here too. No, I'm thinking of a different part of the mountain. Leftover Indian takeout. I want it. Man, there's this place I hear that does Asian fusion. And they have just the most amazing tonkatsu soup on the planet. And I've been thinking about it daily. All week. I got food from there when my cousin was here in March, I think. And I normally, whenever I go to a place like that, I just get the pad thai. Because I know I like pad thai. You can't really mess up pad thai. Although I didn't get pad thai this time, I got yellow curry. My cousin got the tonkatsu soup and let me try it, and then gave me his leftovers, and it changed my life forever. I need to start branching out more, but it's like, I don't know. Whenever I read menus at places like that, I don't know how those flavors are going to blend. And I just don't know what to expect with certain stuff. And like, so I don't branch out a lot. Now I'm like, I need to start branching out a lot. I just don't go out a lot in the first place. Never really have been much of a go out to eat person because it's just so expensive. And I'm thrifty. I'm like, I need to learn how to make it. That's what I need to do. Because, oh my god, it was life-changing. Dude, Thai food is just the fucking best. I love it. So, but it's just like, when I do, but I don't know. You know what I really love that I haven't had in forever? Ethiopian.
Please, can we talk?
We can talk, but not right now, but we will later, okay? I love your quest. You're a very beautiful, tender human being, and we deserve to honor the memory of your lover who was brutally murdered. On my watch. But not right now.
Outlander. May I have a word?
Impressive display of acrobatics.
I must be closing out the signal.
I want Thai food. I want Thai food for every meal for the rest of my life. I'd be okay with that. There's enough variety. Sticky rice. Dude, does Thai food also use ube, or is that only Filipino cuisine? Can I just say, instead of just Thai food, I want Southeast Asian food for the rest of my life?
Sounds like a Tallneck's nearby.
And maybe also all of Asia. If I had to go with food from only one continent, Asia, hands down, no contest. I would give up Mexican food to keep Asian food. Like, give me Indian, give me Mediterranean. Although, but then I would lose Ethiopian. What if I just cut out American food and I can eat the rest of it? But then I still lose Mexican food, but I don't know. Man, just give me food. I'm hungry, obviously.
Coordinates the guy gave me for Jimmy Darrow's.
Protein shakes. It was what I needed to be able to take my meds, but man, it was not enough to feel full. Those little, Premier proteins. All right. And make a right. It is lunchtime. It's noon on Saturday. And I'll be in this quest for the next hour and a half. Which is fine. It's just going to make lunch taste that much better when I do have it. I think I'm going to have chili. I'll have the hot dog later. Because I had a hot dog. My roommate brought me 2 hot dogs. And I had one last night. I don't want to have hot dog and then hot dog again. So I'll have hot dog, chili, hot dog. Good little variety.
Someone managed to take out an entire squad.
Someone. I like that the person who made this quest, Blake, I'm going to mess up the pronunciation of his last name, Rabaush Blake from Gorilla made this quest.
Sure.
And he set up this part here as an homage to The Last of Us with the cars, all the overgrown cars and vininess. Homage to The Last of Us. And this is the slopes of the Sierras right here. So that is how you know that these are giant sequoias and not redwoods. Because we are in Sequoia Park right now. Fun fact.
There's lights in that ruin.
Hashtag the more you know.
My guard up.
Is there a cutscene when you walk up here? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, damn.
Hold your fire! I'm not here to fight!
The barbarian's pinned down. Move in!
Okay, whoever these people are, it looks like we're not gonna be friends. I need to get past these hostels and into the ruins.
Finish her! Charge!
For the ancestors!
Hello, Klaus. Yeah, people kept saying it was redwoods because they're huge trees. And I'm like, really protective of the Sierras because, you know, my name. So it's like, no, you guys need to know. And by that I mean, I need to learn. And so then when I learned, I got really excited about knowing. And wanted everyone to know the truth, the reality.
I have her! Not one more step, barbarian!
They're on the northeast coast, up more towards the Cascades, aren't they? Whereas this is in the Sierras.
Here we find her.
Yeah, that's what I like to see happen.
I'm on target! Shoot! Keep shooting into that area! Pick her up now!
One of my best friends grew up near San Francisco.
For the quest! She's here! You alright?
Hey Ralph, how's it going? Do any of you guys play Bloodborne? You know, I'm just gonna come up here and kill this person in person.
What? Protect the site! Kill her!
It's Moreland! Or not, Abaddon.
These people. And why are they out for blood? I better get to Demeter fast in case there's more of them. According to Gaia, it should be somewhere in these ruins.
See, in Hades, they call her Demeter. But then, in this game, they say Demeter. I'm bummed that there's nothing in this game that you can use to passively heal. Like the nuke outfit.
Ready for anything now?
Hey, Tammy. Welcome. I'm doing alright. How about yourself? For some reason, I read FAS Biotech as fat bottom. Because my mom raised me to listen to Queen, that's what it is. And you know where my head's at.
That must be how the people who attacked me got here.
Creepy jungle noises. I love that you could just actually skip the fight and go around back if you really wanted to. And get in this way. But there's nothing blocking the entrance.
Looks like some sort of old office complex.
Alright, I need to move slightly less distractedly than I have. I took my ADHD medication immediately before starting this, so there will probably be a point where it kicks in and I hit the ADHD zen, but we're not there yet. Oh, that's fair. But I mean, like, could you just walk around to the back?
Agritech, environmental remediation, organic waste management. Whatever your company needs, here at the greenhouse, we'll help solve your problems. Naturally.
A Pharaoh research facility.
Pharaoh Automated Solutions industry-leading biotech research facility. Agritech.
That is a very good point. Then I would have to actually sit and pay attention to a speedrun. I have watched LJ, or however it's pronounced. I've watched him, but I didn't watch like the whole thing because it takes 2 hours, and I don't have that kind of attention span to watch someone else play. Unless they're like someone I'm friends with, and then we're hanging out. I'm bummed that the metal flowers don't have like the same, like, I'm glad they put the poetry in this way, but like I really liked the puzzle of the metal flower poetry in the last game. I don't blame them for doing the blastling. I had to stop throwing explosives at humans because
Demeter should be right beyond that door.
you can get caught up in your own blast radius.
can cut through them. I'm gonna need to find another way.
Speaking of blast radius, did any of y'all watch Fallout? I enjoyed the Fallout show.
A room with no way out. Great. At least there's a console.
I got rid of Prime, but I used someone else's. My roommate has it, so I was able to use their TV that's in the living room. So it's like my PlayStation hooked up to the TV. I can use the stuff I've got on my PlayStation, and then they have the TV itself logged into their Prime account. So I keep my old consoles, so I have a PS4 that I pretty much just use for streaming. For like streaming TV shows. I use it like an Apple TV basically. The way that they go from like saving the world to destroying the world, though, it's like that's like the pattern. Like, I just think of like The Vow, which is about Nexium, and it's like there's a quote from one of the cult survivors named Mark Vicente, who's also a filmmaker, and he says nobody joins a cult; they join a good thing. And then they realize they were fucked. And it's like the same thing to bring people together for a good cause turns into controlling them and can be redirected towards nefarious or selfish. And it's just like, you look at like the playbook for like how dictators come to power and they find the legitimate needs of the people that are being like exploited or abused or discarded within society, and then they play into those needs to unite the people. And then once there's no longer something to fight against, they want to maintain the power. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just these dysfunctional cycles. And like, it's just like you got to be really wary of like people that are doing something for a good cause can just as easily be corrupted by the power that comes from being effective at that work. Power corrupts. It's straight up like it's very hard not to fall prey to the lure of power itself. Because if you start to think like that you can best wield it, if you don't, you know, it will always go sideways into funky places. I actually haven't watched any of the new Dunes. If I'm waiting, I don't go to movies in the theater right now. I don't have a working car right now, for one. So I'm waiting until it's watchable outside of the theater. I assume it'll probably wind up on HBO pretty soon. But, I mean, I know that's part of the story there with, you know, Paul being... Yeah. I know enough about the story there. Oh, it did? Is it on Hubbo? I would assume it's on HBO. Or is it just rentable right now? Ah, I'll have to wait until it's free, because I'm cheap. Mostly it's just that I'm broke and all my money's going towards my healthcare. Or my student loans.
A log.
Just got off the line with U.S. Robot Command. Time's running out. Didn't have the heart to tell Harris that our cure might be worse than the disease. Even if adamantine wreath works, we still have to prove we can curtail the trailing plants efficiently. But Cobble's team is working on it over at Test Station Ivy. He'll come through. He has to.
Adamantine wreath. Another secret project. Well, they made the metal flowers here and the vines, so maybe I can find a way to destroy them. If I can find Test Station Ivy. How do I get out of here? There we go. Great. These guys again. Whoever they are, they want me dead. I better be careful.
I regret that decision. Not a very effective approach. Wait, the door locks? Is it forcing me to jump out the window? Oh yeah, it does. The repel point. It's been a minute since I've done this. I don't remember how it goes. For some reason I thought you get into here a different way. It's been too long.
Okay. I could take those soldiers out quietly.
There's a barbarian in the compound. She got past the lookouts. Find her, kill her, and bring her head to the lieutenant.
Robot Command is
Understood.
funny sounding, but it's like, well, I mean, we have a thing called Space Force, so...
You think we can find her?
You have a plan? I'm on her!
Take her out, now!
Finish her from range!
That's not a person.
Firing!
For the ancestor!
I lost sight of her! Oh, no. Opening fire!
Protect the site! Kill her! She disappeared around here. Start the search!
Keep your eyes open.
Take her out now!
So you came back. Get over here now!
Attack! Into position! Take her out now! Open fire! Put her down!
I really wish these people would have talked to me instead of trying to kill me.
You and me both, Aloy.
Oh, now I need to find a way out of this courtyard.
I always have to loot all the things, so I'll never not loot all of the things. Friend-shaped thing in the next room. She's so precious.
I submit. Do as you will.
I didn't want to fight your friends out there. They attacked me.
If by death alone I can atone our trespass.
I'm not gonna kill you, okay? I just want to figure out what's going on. Where did you get that focus?
I am of the chosen people. The Quen. The ancestors left the power of the focus to us alone, the eye that reveals the legacy.
The legacy, huh?
The legacy? The truth. Now, it is in the darkness and the lost places, among the ancient ashes and the bones of the before that it lies waiting. You know, as a diviner, it is my task to seek it out for the good of my people.
You're looking for data. Maybe we can help each other. What's your name?
Alpha. Second diviner of the Eastern Expedition.
I'm Aloy. Why don't we Start again. I've never heard of the Quen.
Our lands lie across the Great Ocean. We haven't been here before.
So why come now?
Our homeland has been ravaged by freakish weather. Terrible storms and blistering droughts. The crops are failing, the people are starving. When we looked for answers, it was proposed that if we had the courage to cross the ocean to Legacy's landfall, then we might earn the knowledge we need to save our people. But so far, that knowledge has eluded us.
So, your people call this place Legacy's landfall?
No. Landfall is where we arrived. To the west, in the shadows of the sunken city by the broken bridge.
You mean San Francisco?
Yes. You're well versed in the Legacy. It was a place of great importance to our ancestors. We had hoped to learn their secrets there, but so far that door remains closed. Even so, the data we discovered there has led us to this place. It might be our last chance.
To find something that can save your crops and your people.
Yes. If the ancestors will be generous to us once more.
So you said your ancestors left your tribe that focus?
Yes. 13 diviners have possessed this one since it was discovered among the ruins in our homeland. I have their honored names committed to memory.
So you have one, but none of the soldiers out there did.
We each have a role to play. No, it is the diviner's purpose to seek out the Legacy, interpret the wisdom of our ancestors for the good of all, and to keep it safe, so that no one but the diviners know how to use a focus. Not even the Imperial family, and certainly not soldiers.
So how many diviners are there?
At landfall, a small group. Back at home, a few dozen more. That's a guess. Only the overseers know for sure, and I am not of their rank.
So you call data from the ancient past the Legacy?
Yes. All that is not lost or forbidden.
What does that mean?
All that we are capable of reading, and that which is permitted.
Okay, I'm not sure I get it. That's fine. So what do you use the data for?
The greatest secrets are the ones that improve the lives of many. How to tend our crops, how to hold floodwaters back, or even cross the ocean.
Technology.
That is what I seek here. Technology that can help my people back home.
Those soldiers, they opened fire on me without warning. Why?
It is the duty of the Quen to seek out the Legacy and defend it from the ignorant and envious. Not that you seem ignorant. But back home, other tribes only mean us harm, and we were told the same was true here.
Does that come from your legacy?
The Legacy is truth. But we have been known to misinterpret it. I hope time and the wisdom of our ancestors will guide us down the correct path.
Yeah. I hope so too. I'm looking for a place in this facility called Test Station Ivy. Have you found any data that mentions it?
No. But I did find something that looks like a map. But it was unreadable. Lost.
Maybe I can make some sense of it.
There.
There's a lot of files here.
I've been through all of them. Look in the GH facility section. Like I said, a lost file.
You can't see the map? It's okay. Looks like your focus is an early model. The operating system won't be able to read any files created after the mid-2050s. But I could share them with you.
Share them? You can see what is lost, then forbidden.
Not lost, not forbidden, just a newer format. There. That's where I need to go.
But you can't get there. We've been here for a week trying to get deeper into the complex. The way has been blocked by rubble.
What about this tunnel? It looks like it unlocks from here.
No. I thought these might be some kind of access controls, but I couldn't read enough data to make them work.
Let's try with my focus, okay?
I believe these consoles were meant to be operated in unison, but I'm not sure.
I love Alva. I love just the way they navigate, like, just, yeah. Gets me all choked up for some reason of just, like, someone who just wants truth, but everything around them is, like, getting in the way of them just being able to, like, get truth and just, like, truth for what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about a lot of the storylines in this game that touch on a lot of culty stuff. Because it's any group that just says this one way is the right way always ends up othering people that fall outside of that narrow definition. You know what I mean? And, like, I feel like this game just looks that in the face. And yeah. The people that, Aloy was othered by her people, and then she goes and she finds the people who are just really trying to make it in each of their tribes, but that there's something about the way that people, the legalism of the tribal law that pushes certain people to the fringe, and those are the people she ends up getting on with real well. Yeah. Well, and that's exactly it. Is like he went through that with Takote, but then he went through it on another level when he lost his arm because he's now seen as useless to the Tenakth. And it's nice that, like, Hikaru is at least, like, not as anal about that as the general sentiment of the people, and doesn't just totally cast him aside when he loses his arm. Like, clearly, Hikaru is, like, trying to do better in every way, but, like, it's still very ingrained in the society. Well, and that's the thing, whenever people ask, like, which tribe would you want to be a part of, I'm like, literally every single one of them has at least one part of me that's very important to me that I would be othered in each of those tribes. So it's really hard to answer. Like, there's a part of my humanity that would be killed within each of the tribes, and I want to be fully myself, please. Oh, damn. That's cool. I should read more fan fiction. I'm trying to start reading more fiction, because when I do read, I typically read nonfiction, but I'm trying to branch out. That's why I just finished the Dark Forest trilogy, which is the Three Body Problem, the Dark Forest, and Death's End. And it was so good. I highly recommend reading the books before watching the show, because I think they actually did a really good job of adapting it. Because I do have space in my life for adapting something to make changes for the change in storytelling mediums. I just also get really protective about what they might change with Horizon. You know what I mean? Like, it can be both, but, like, yeah. I've read some of yours. You sent me some of the beta Avad stuff, I think. Hey, there's a Haken song that has On Shoulders of Giants in it as well. It's called Red Giant, and it's referring... I think it's referring to the star Betelgeuse also, because Betelgeuse is a red giant star that is the shoulder of Orion as well. I don't know, just saying. Just saying.
Okay, here we go.
Enjoy your two beefs, Klaus. I'm nerdy about Betelgeuse, though. I feel a weird personal connection to that star. It's known as the celestial Uriah.
You? It took both of us to open up that tunnel, didn't it?
You matter, Alva. You matter. I always get lost down here, and I want to go the wrong way, and then I accidentally end up going the right way.
This place is a maze.
According to the map, there should be another exit further in. Just stay close.
Lead the way. I can't believe you actually got us in. I was dreading having to stay here any longer with those soldiers. The way they slaughtered the barbarians that approached the site. It was like they enjoyed it. Most of my people aren't like that, I promise.
I believe you. Every society has the full gamut of the human experience. Because people are like that. Stand back, buddy.
Better stand back.
What kind of beef is it, Klaus? Why is everyone eating? Making me frickin' hungry.
Well, that was loud.
When I'm done playing, I do, speaking of reading more fiction, I borrowed The Parable of the Sower on audiobook. And I have 2 more days to get through it. So after I'm done playing today, I'm going to be consuming more of that. I use read for listening to audiobooks, but people get weird about that semantically, so whatever. I've started it and then not finished it before, so I restarted it, and it's a 12-hour audiobook, and I think I'm like an hour and a half in. So I've got a lot of heavy lifting to do today, tomorrow, consuming it. I listen to audiobooks at over double speed, and people get really salty about that, because they're like, but then it's like, stuff can't hit the same. I'm like, okay, maybe for you get used to listening to stuff faster, you get just used to listening to stuff faster. But whatever. I don't know how I feel about audiobooks for fiction. Nonfiction, it makes sense because then I can like half listen to it while I'm doing something else. But having to sit and listen to something that's imaginative, I think I prefer reading words on a page. Especially after reading the 3-body trilogy. I remember things better, and then sometimes like I want to be able to scroll back, and it's a lot harder to do that in an audiobook. If like, you know, another character comes out, I can remember visually where I saw something on a page, but like I have a harder time knowing what the timestamp was for random thing that I didn't know to pay attention to earlier that becomes relevant later. Wait, where is it? Isn't there... No, it's up here. I'm silly. Okay. Like, I remember there was something to... And the other one looked like a vent. Raw beef. I'm not gonna be able to look at the picture right now while I'm playing.
Through here.
But thanks for sending the picture. I will look at it while I'm cooking my chili later. Very excited to do my chili later. I get Costco chili, and then I pop a little bit of shredded cheese in it.
We haven't tried that smaller tunnel over there.
And a little Cholula. And then I heat it up, and then I pop a little sour cream on top. And then I dip chips in it.
According to the map, the exit should be this way.
It's very tasty. And so beefy. I wish there's more bell peppers in it though. There's just like a tiny bit of bell peppers in the Costco chili, and it's my favorite part because like the bell peppers soak up all the flavors.
I'll be glad to get back above ground.
And it's freaking delicious.
Like a tomb down
Like
here.
melt in your mouth. Costco's got stuffed peppers that are really good too, and I actually just end up popping a little shredded cheese, a little Cholula, and a little sour cream on it, and then I just eat it plain, and I don't use it as a dip, but it's also I like the same flavors at the end of the day in most things. Where am I going? There? I'm going there. Let's get lost in here. I missed something though, or no, it's just this first series of tunnels we haven't done in the second series of tunnels. I haven't missed anything. It's okay, we're good.
At the top of the ladder.
I have not played Arkham yet, but I watched Shantae play it. Am I missing something? I'm bad at names. I know her name. I said the wrong name.
That can't be good.
They fly to and from the complex several times a day. Only the ancestors know why.
Well, the ancestors are dead, Elva.
Of course. How else could they be ancestors?
Looks like we have more pressing concerns. Follow my lead.
Not that big a part kills me. I haven't played any of the Batman games. The snarky comments from Akrofi, or however it's pronounced, are killing me. Is that seasoning on them? How did you season them, Klaus? Eat the glowing mushrooms, Aloy. It'll be good for you.
We can fight them, or try to sneak past. Your call.
Acid will do a lot of damage.
I was trying to be sneaky. Kitty, 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 kitty. Just don't alert the long neck. What kind of spices did they put on it? Alva's good at hiding. I love the little record scratch noise it makes.
Time to fight.
We have no choice.
It's kind of sad that its friends did not listen to its cry for help. What else do you have with them, Klaus? Give you like a side dish at all? Why is this not a one-hit kill? I thought that stabbing a burrower should be a one-hit kill. They're the lowest level enemies, aren't they? Oh, nice. Beef sandwich. With pesto. That sounds good. Because it's a tracker burrower. Are they a little more beefy? I try to avoid tracker anything whenever I can, because the whole tracker bit, pain in the ass. Duck.
I guess I'll wait here then.
Okay, bye. It's nice of them to give you a halfway point meat source, because then we're about to go to a workbench after this, and then you can use the workbench. Although then that's pretty much at the end of the quest, so never mind, I take it all back.
I think I can pull it open. Gotta get closer. Try again. Got it.
I'm right behind you.
I just remember
entrance to the
needing
complex.
some duck stuff
Looks like it's
for
locked off.
something, and then it was really hard to find ducks, and so it was very frustrating because it was like, I just need the duck ingredients for the thing I want to do, but I can't find any fucking ducks anywhere, so I'm right there with you.
Maybe we can get through that hatch on the ground. It looks like the one we used at the first station. There's consoles up here too!
But no way to get to them. You stay put. I'll see what I can find.
That's probably smart. Because you do a lot of stuff from New Game to where you actually have to re-find all the ingredients.
Maybe something down here can help me reach the console.
I saw how much work that was, and I was like, fuck doing that again.
Hey Lloyd, would you mind warning me next time you decide to, blow up a wall?
I'll, try. This one won't budge. Maybe one of the others. I should take a look around. See if I can find anything useful. I think I can move these things. There we go. Huh. There's some space back there. Aha. This should help. Supplies. If you can hop on top of it, I can get you to those consoles.
Exactly! let me just... I jumped on top.
I'm proud of you for doing that jump,
Hold on.
Alva. The way that they made this into some sort of creepy little injector thingy is just like, ugh.
That's good. Jumping over. Made it. I'm at the console. Wait. There's data here. A lot.
When did they
But it's
add
blocked.
that update?
Something's restricting access. If I can't get past it, my mission here is doomed.
Alva, I'll help. If I can, okay? But first we have to get out of here.
Right. We need to open the hatch. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm unlocking a storage unit. There should be a power cell inside. Then you need to find a way into the generator room.
Okay, I'm on it. Storage unit has to be here somewhere. I gotta move this. I found the energy cell.
Okay. That brought power back to the doors. You can reach me now.
On my way.
I love this music so much. Especially that when it hits that chord, it's just so nice.
Okay. We need to operate both consoles simultaneously to open the hatch.
I'll get to the other console. You stay here.
Ready when you are.
Okay, you ready? On 2. 1, 2.
Commencing adamantine wreath vulnerability test scenario 12C15.
Okay, that's where we need to go.
Magnetic field engaged. Initiating biomass conversion process.
What? No. How do I shut this thing off?
Failsafe exceeded. Test cannot be aborted.
What is this?
That's how the world ended.
Test complete. Adamantine wreath structural integrity uncompromised.
What did we just see?
Alva. Let's meet below. I'm gonna share a file with you, okay?
Test log, I think it's Tuesday... the 2nd? Who cares? I'll say this for the end of the world. It's jam-packed with irony. We developed biomass conversion here. Infinite food for infinite machines. And now we're racing against time to find something to give them indigestion. Well, it works. War machines won't be able to eat the wreaths. But can we deploy them in time? God, I hope so.
I don't understand.
Your ancestors? They were wiped out. Your legacy didn't tell you that?
The time of ashes. But most of the data about that is lost, or forbidden.
Well, they created machines that consumed all life. You just saw how. It's a miracle anything survived.
I don't want to know this. This is not why I'm here. I need the wisdom of my ancestors to help save my people, not forbidden knowledge of their sins. I need to find something that helps, something to bring back. The overseers will punish me. Or even worse, people will die. Do you understand? My family. My sister. I left her when she was 14. Already you could see her bones. They will starve.
Alva. Alva. I get it. I do. It's hard to explain, but you and I are working toward the same goal. And if I succeed, your people won't need any data. Things will just... they will get better.
But even if I believe you, my people won't. I need to bring something back.
Okay. Then we'll go to Test Station Ivy. And if I can find a way to kill those vines, then I will have access to the data core. What I need is in there. I'm pretty sure that if I take it, it will unblock access to all the data that this place has. And that will give you something to bring home.
I'm not sure I understand. But every secret makes its own maze. A diviner must persevere. Go on. I'll follow.
We need to keep moving. Test Station Ivy can't be far off.
Cults and fascism are the same thing in a not even that different package. Julia was in the chat saying the Quinn are fascists, and I was like, yep, that's a cult. Oh, this isn't Bloodborne.
Another maze. But the road to truth is never a straight line.
A matter of scale, I guess. The same core elements, it's the same exploitation of humanity. It's like humans are the same, and so the way that they can be exploited is the same. There's the injector.
They were supposed to stop the destruction that caused the Time of Ashes?
Looks like it.
She won the BAFTA for Alva, right? I need to finish watching Shameless. I started it, but it's kind of hard to watch. Because it strikes a little close to home at times.
So, I never asked. Are Are you from around here?
No. I'm not. Spent most of my life in a place far east.
Oh, we've both traveled a long way then.
It is super hard to watch. It's doing what it's intending to do, but damn, it's uncomfortable. Like, congratulations, you guys succeeded. I have not. Hey, Genesis, what's up? Genesis, we need to play Bloodborne. Julia, have you played any of the Soulsborne? Would you be open to? I want everyone I know to play Bloodborne with me. It's such a good game. And it's got a good story, it's just not told in the normal way. But the story makes me think about things.
This is it. Okay. Let's find a way to get into
Where is that watchable? And what is it about? How many seasons is it? Is it the whole thing, just the one season? Like, is it a limited series, or is it just season 1 has been released recently and it was good kind of thing? Wait, I think I've seen people posting about it. It's a show that just came out recently and it's getting really good reviews. I need to watch. I've been seeing people posting about that and been wondering about it. And there's a lot of stuff where there's like lines that characters... I saw this post someone made about like lines that get repeated but slightly altered and are repeated in a different context or something. And it probably spoiled some stuff for me, but I knew so little about the show that I can't even remember what it was saying. Okay, yeah, I've seen that's I realized that I do know what it is. I just don't know what, like, didn't know anything about it. But yes, I've seen people posting about it on Twitter, and it sounds like the show's amazing from what they're saying. Like, it's all been really good reviews. When you say is about translation, do you mean the plot itself is literally about translation, or it's whether you're watching it in the original language? Is it in English, or is it in a different language, and it's better or worse if you watch, like...
That complex should be test station Ivy.
I could interpret that statement multiple ways, is all I'm saying. I gotta get out Sky Killer for this fight. This is a Sky Killer fight.
Still.
Yeah. Keep your guard up.
Man, when they did the Horizon Guerrilla stream, and they had the designer of this quest play, they told you that the Dreadwings can vampire the machine corpses to heal. And they use their things for it.
It's one of those machines.
It can turn invisible.
Damn it.
Pick it up to get into the test station. You with me?
this? Go for the weak side! Exploding pieces!
Damn it. No!
That was amazing.
I love that it like turns invisible but covers itself in status effects so that the invisibility is useless.
We should be able to get into test station 90 now.
Which status effect is that one? Is that the stamina one?
We shouldn't linger here. There might be more machines.
What's up, Dorn? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
There has to be some data here on the adamantine wreath we can use.
I trust your focus will see what mine cannot. Oh, that's interesting.
That's me with
Find
ADHD
something?
talking to my
The
normie
fourth
friend.
test station. Willow. It looks like it's underwater.
Huh. That might be worth a look sometime.
I trust your focus can see what mine cannot. Okay. It's about translation. Okay, gotcha. That sounds super interesting. I'm very interested in topics about like just the meaning and communication and stuff because I feel like even when we're speaking the same language, we're using the same words in a different way a lot of the time, and a lot of stuff that is at the core of most human conflict is like miscommunications where people are just misunderstanding or employing words in different ways, and then people like go on threat alert because of the misunderstanding. And I'm not just saying like words either, like miscommunication is like everything can be language in a way. Music can be language if you think of it like a leitmotif or whatever, where it's like etc. You know, communication isn't just words. There's analogous, you know. Yeah, anyway. I'm doing all right. I don't know if you've been here for the saga as it's been unfolding, but the cult I used to be in is finally being held to account, and people are starting to actually listen to people that were hurt by it and believe and stuff. But it's also kind of a giant clusterfuck. So it's been interesting. There was another article in the Kansas City Star about it, like, yesterday. And then some of those have been picked up for national or global
This console's still
syndication.
operational.
There was even an article in, like, the Daily Mail. So it went international news, even though the Daily Mail is kind of not necessarily the most respected publication, but still kind of a big deal.
Another log.
We're done in every way. The wreaths work, and Cobble came through on a way to destroy them. Downloading a coded key into the deployment shell triggers an enzyme that causes the wreaths to eat themselves from within. But it's too late. The latest projections from U.S. Robot Command have swarm reproduction, outpacing our ability to drop the shells by 375%. Not even close. I guess we deserve this. I deserve it for what I made here. This will be my last log before evacuation.
So all their efforts were in vain. They ran out of time.
At least we have the software module they created. It should get rid of the vines produced by the metal flowers. I need a workbench to load the module into my spear.
There's one back at our camp. The map showed a path leading back there past the next room.
Right, Dorn? That's right up your freaking alley. Which, am I even like, what do you want me to call you on here? Is Dorn fine, or have we discussed this? It's been a while, and now I'm like second guessing everything I do in my life, basically, is what it is. I love that you can literally see the moral justification she's making to herself in this, and it's just like, people tried to, but when you're convinced that you're doing the right and good thing, you stop listening to, like, on one hand, it's like the kind of drive that's needed to make progress, but it's the same thing that pushes the people that make progress into eventually causing harm, possibly, if they're not proactive about heeding, humanity. Existing is wild. I appreciate the well wishes, and yeah, I summarized that horribly, but the point is, the guy that led the organization I used to work for that I've been calling a cult, some people came forward, and it was like published in October that like he had been misusing his charm and position to get trust with people and manipulate people and sexually abuse people, including people who were underage, and it's very unfortunate, and it's been going on for like since before I was born, so it's super messed up. Some of this stuff is from 40 years ago that came out, and I felt like a crazy person when I was shouting about my own mistreatment I endured there in public, because they've done so much good. But sometimes people ride the laurels of the good they've done into doing
like it's been
evil.
flooded for a while.
Because they think, I'm a good person who does good things, so if I'm choosing to do this, it must be a good thing. And then other people are like, they're a good person who does good things, so if it's something they're doing, they must be doing good, and anyone that's coming out against them must be bad. And that's a really dangerous dynamic. And it leads people to doing horrible things and thinking they're doing good. And causing lots of harm and thinking they're doing good.
We can use the line to get down.
Right. Easy.
Oh, Alva and your fear of heights.
Made it. But we better make haste. After we encountered barbarians, our lieutenant called for reinforcements. They could be here any time. Now what?
Now, we get to that data core.
As I was saying, I still can't believe you took on all these soldiers by yourself. But we'd better make haste. After we encountered barbarians, our lieutenant called for reinforcements. They could be here any time.
Right.
The way she says that, like, it's like you can start to tell that she's just as afraid of her own people. Because the soldiers have been what's crushing their freedom, too, and keeps them afraid. Like, they are just as likely to be under the thumb of the Empire. And its violent arm, or whatever, you know what I mean? Enforcers.
Let's hope this new module works. Power's blooming. Let's see if the software works.
Vines. They're falling apart.
Door's clear now.
The data core looks intact.
Time to bring Demeter home.
Yeah, the lighting on that sucks, but it was worth a shot.
Demeter, it's time to go home. To Gaia.
See the light. Yes.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Demeter's subordinate function to original code.
What did you do? I've never seen my focus glitch like that.
I found a special type of data. It's something you can't read. But they kept a tight grip on the data core. But now you should have access to the central server. All of it. Should give you something to bring home.
You were right. Hundreds of archives. Almost all of it relating to agriculture. It would take us years to get through all of this. But we don't have that kind of time. What you said before about... Alva! Hold your fire! By the word of the ancestors, you must stop. Come. Look at who you fired on.
That barbarian killed our soldiers!
Only those who fired blindly. She is no barbarian. She gave me the data we need. Come, look at her. Can't you see? Elizabeth Sobek stands before you. An ancestor reborn.
Diviner! We should bring the ancestor back.
It is we who follow their word, Commander, not the other way around. My apologies, Dr. Sobek. Our people's faith is strong, but there are those who are not as familiar with the legacy as they should be.
You heard the diviner. The data has been found. You two, with me. The rest of you, meet us back at the beach for return to landfall.
I can't talk long. They will have many questions.
So do I. Your people know a lot about the past. And about Sobek, I guess, but they're...
Please, I must know. What you said before about working towards the same goal, how long will it take?
I don't know. A few months?
Then you are my family's best hope. Let nothing get in your way. You have opened my eyes to many things, and for that, I thank you. But now you must go.
Will I see you again?
Soon we return to Legacy's landfall. It might be dangerous for you to go there.
Tell me how to reach it, just in case.
We made landfall on the northeast edge of the sunken city. The currents around the archipelago are vicious, and the only approach is from the south. And it is guarded. Only attempt to go there if you must.
Diviner! What's the delay?
Please, go. If you attempt to stay here any longer, they may want to take you with us, and that won't go well for anyone.
I was just thinking the same thing, Dorn.
I need to get Demeter back to Gaia anyway. But I might want to head to that tall neck I saw in the forest before I make the trek back. And now I can use the vine cutter on those other metal flowers I found earlier.
Dorn said in the chat, I like how Alva holds that information until she has to utilize it. It's so smart. And it's just like, I feel like growing up under a fascist system, where there's militarized guard enforcing the will of the Empire on literally what thoughts you're allowed to have, then you start to learn how to wield information that way. And be very, should I call it diplomatic?
Ancestor!
Tactful? If you wait around here, they say something.
I thought the ancestor was leaving. How do we know she's really an ancestor?
One does not question the word of a diviner.
I think that might be all that they have to say. Man, this string part
If
here.
she really is an ancestor, why is she dressed like that?
Quiet. Before the ancestor decides she doesn't like your tone.
So then it's like, okay, so they've got the guns, but then it's like they know that the guns can be turned on any one of them if they break rank from the way you're supposed to be, too. And it's like Alba has power over them as well, but it's also subject to like, everyone is everyone's police in that society, and it sucks. What was bad about them, Klaus? Were they like the quality, or did you just not like the flavor, or like... Alright, we gotta go back to the base. Let's go up to this shelter. This is the one that's like way up the side of the mountain, actually. Oh, that's frustrating. I was wondering, like, it looked really thick, and it can be hard to, like, with ground beef, if it's like, if you want to cook it thoroughly, but it's, you don't want it to get too dry, but you don't want it to be undercooked in the middle, and I'm not good at making hamburger patties. I never seem to get it right. I'm sure there's an art to it, but if I just learned the right way to do it, it would be good, because I've had some that other people have made that, like, I like mine a little pink. I think it's really good, and but it's like, you also don't want to get sick from it. So there's like a sweet spot where you can cook it safely, but also still have it not overcooked. Did you make them like in a pan or in an oven or air fryer, or like how did you? You said fried, so I'm curious, like, what do you mean by that? What that looked like? Gotcha. I love that rock noise so much. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong shelter. This is where you come with Erend later. I remember this. I want to listen to the strings do this real quick.
It's gonna be harder to see in the snow.
Aloy, you found another one of Gaia's sub-functions?
2 down, 1 to go.
I'm glad her healing can continue.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more species roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them, even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her machines. Her memory honors them.
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
Are you serious?
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
I better get going.
Right. You've got that sub-function to deliver. Aloy, what can I do for you?
I better head out.
Come and gone like
Are you
the
ready
seasons.
for this, Julia? No, I'm probably gonna talk to him last. Because I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. Where's Varl? Varl's downstairs with Beta, isn't she?
Hey, look who's back. You find what you're looking for?
I did. One step closer to taking the fight to the zeniths.
Can't wait.
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram-like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those holos.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
So I hear.
I made one joke about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt. I better get going.
All right. I'll be here if you need me.
How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyways? From the looks of it, the Utaru. I feel like something got missed in the editing process after that went through a rewrite or two, personally, a little bit. No Alva yet. I think I've already replenished all my ammo.
It was pretty weird talking to Beta, seeing someone who looks like me. Even though it seems like she doesn't act anything like me. Or Elizabeth, for that matter.
Your idealized assumptions about Elizabeth based on limited information, Aloy.
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. Fashaw was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
Why is this saying Zoe has more to say?
Something else you wish to discuss?
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
I've been told. Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
I best get going.
I'll continue my training.
Okay, Julia, here you go. It was just weird that it was still showing that Zoe had something to say.
Hey.
Aloy, I hope all is well enough under the circumstances.
I'm holding up.
Good.
Must be strange, seeing everything through a focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
I should get going.
Back to my training, then. Back again. I'm honored.
I need to go.
To your mission, then. Rebel camps laid out as visions. Incredible.
That makes me want to pull up the Meridian theme real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna do that. Zerdon. Which Meridian theme? I'm bad at the titles of stuff, but I think I know which one you're talking about. Does that sound right? Well, they both have this beat at almost the exact tempo, running in a very strong 2, 3, 4, dun. So like the cadence is like driving the same way. So that right off the bat, they're upbeat, they're happier sounding with the chord selection. Like, they're both kind of more hopeful melodies. I think Varl and Zoe are down, or I mean Varl and Beta are down here.
Wants her privacy for now.
Because where is Varl? Varl's nowhere.
With her.
There's the answer.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths? Something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Right? Let's have the chat right outside the door.
I just don't get this last part.
Poor Beta,
Maybe
cut off by someone that looks like Carrie Ann
look at
Moss.
it together later. Have a conversation about it.
I'd like that.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding, any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe. You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes, when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the Proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
If she says that same errand line a third time, I'm gonna punch her.
Aloy.
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from, like you've done here for us. Maybe one day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds crowded, but nice. Is there anything I can help with around here?
Hmm? Oh, no. We're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while?
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
Me too!
The Zenith stood a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
Aloy. Is everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. That's half the fun. Now, you won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
Are you playing that board game I keep seeing everywhere?
Oh, you mean Strike? Yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh game. I thought about playing Katalo, but what if he tries to kill me if I win?
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Heard a lot of things about that tribe.
Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. Do be careful out there.
Mind if we have a word?
Of course not.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salvebrush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. I should get going.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
I will. Thank you.
I think this door is still locked.
I don't think that door had power before, but...
No, it's open. It's
looks
open.
like it's
Okay, let's see if
malfunctioning.
Beta has anything to say.
Hello. Hey, I just, wanted to see how you're doing.
I'm fine.
And look, about earlier.
Forget it. Was there anything else?
So have you been able to make use of your expertise?
I guess so. Gaia transferred a lot of data on Hephaestus to study.
And? Any insights?
It looks like it's been modifying its code, increasing in size and complexity over the years. There's a lot to analyze still.
Okay, well... keep at it, I guess. So have you been upstairs at all?
Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. He keeps asking if I'm okay. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but... it's almost like he actually wants to talk to me.
Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
I speak with Gaia. She asked me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all.
Yeah. I guess so.
I don't like that these are bright again.
I'll be going.
Okay. Bye.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and...
Danced on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Has anyone made a Zogo's ice skating drawing? Alright, folks. That's where we're gonna call it for now.
Oh, the snow's dampening sounds.
I might do some side quests next time. Let's see what happens. I think we have to get the Omega override before Gemini happens. So maybe I will do... I just don't like it once Beta gets locked away and you can't see her anymore. But that's it for today. That's the Hold Demeter quest. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Dorn, Julia, Klaus, Genesis. It was good to see you all. Appreciated having you in the chat. Really enjoy that y'all stop in every week for this. For those that are watching this on demand or that are, you know, lurking, I play every week at Saturday at noon Mountain Standard Time. It's 2:30 right now, so it'll be a week from now. Subtract 2.5 hours from whatever time it is. That's when I'll be back in Horizon. Otherwise, I play every night at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time in whatever game I'm working on. And right now, that's Bloodborne Nightly with Horizon Weekly. So feel free to come back and join at 7:15. And if you play Bloodborne, we can do some co-op. I'm open to doing co-op with anyone. Chalice dungeons or whatever. Help with bosses. Blah, blah, blah. Love doing that. So feel free to hit me up. Or just come back and watch me play Bloodborne. Every night, 7:15. Oh, and Ralph! Good to see you. I scrolled through the chat to try and see who all was here, and my short-term memory sucks. Oh, and Sammy also stopped in. Appreciated having you all here. And for those that aren't in the Discord, I do have a Discord. I could drop the link for it in the chat real quick too. It's not like super active, but just every now and then, you know, people say stuff or share stuff and all that. So let me get an invite link for that just in case anyone doesn't have that. If I can figure out how to do that in Discord. Invite people. Link. Here's the Discord link for anyone that's not in that if you want it. Just a way to keep in touch outside, because YouTube doesn't have private messaging or anything, but you don't have to. But yeah, I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your afternoon or wherever time it is, wherever in the world you're watching from. I look forward to hanging out with y'all next Saturday, and also in the evening if any of you stop back and join me for Bloodborne. I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.